Well, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, some potential good news for Superman fans and people who care about Superman. Basically, the Joseph Schuster lawsuit that was filed a little while ago and didn't really go anywhere due to jurisdiction issues has been filed again. And this time it's been filed in the, I think, all the jurisdictions that it actually is relevant to, and looks like it's going to move forward. Basically, the lawsuit is about the rights and copyright infringement, because basically different areas, different regions, different countries have different copyright laws. And if you're going to release Superman in one of those places, the copyright laws apply. So there's an issue with royalties and so forth. Apparently, the family of Joseph Schuster is not getting, they're either getting no royalties or not, they're not getting what they should be getting. So they're suing, and it will actually stop Superman from being released in Australia and the UK and other countries if it continues. And that could really hurt the budget, which, I mean, the profits, the box office, which is really good, because we need this film to fail and James Gunn's DCU to fail, because it is a disaster. And no, I'm not a Snyder bro who wants Snyder back, but James Gunn is the wrong person to be, taking charge of not just Superman, but the DC. It was a huge mistake. I don't know how he managed to get his hands on the reins, but he does, and he's doing a horrible job of it. And if we're not careful, he will kill Superman and DC. But yes, and no, I'm not saying Snyder should come in and take it over. It would be nice if they'd let him finish off his sort of little universe, so the fans could all be happy with the films that were sort of planned, and then moved on, or just kept Henry Cavill, because the whole argument, we have to get rid of him for a younger actor, like it was going to be an origin story, and everyone bought that at first, and then it wasn't an origin story. It's just Superman, another day at work sort of thing. He's already known, he's dating Lois, blah, blah, blah. She knows he's Superman. It's not the sort of origin issues that required a younger actor. So there's no reason why they had to get rid of Cavill, who they brought back just to promote the Black Adam film, with no intention of actually making the next Superman film like they had told him and everything. So it was just the way he was handled, the way it was handled was a mess. And anything that stops that production or fails, that production to make box office, so we don't, so because if it doesn't do well, Gun will be out, because that's just how the studios work. They say, we have faith in you, we're going to let you build this whole universe and industry and everything, and we're going to have you give you all you need, and assuming you make money out of the gate. And if you don't, you're going to be gone, and then we're going to bring the next person in who's going to promise to do all that for us. We're going to promise to give him all the support in the world, and then if his first film doesn't make money out of the gate, then we'll get rid of him too. That's just how Hollywood works. So if this film fails, he'll be gone. And I hope it fails, because it is a joke. It is, the characters are nothing like what they're supposed to be, and the film itself is just, James Gunn can only do, he's a one-trick pony, he can only do one thing, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's just turned Superman into Guardians of the Galaxy now, where we're coming into the middle of everything, and all the characters are there, and they all have equal screen time, and Superman's basically in the background, failing and being a loser, and just not being the character that we know him for, being pissy and juvenile and irresponsible and oblivious to international. It's just a disaster. It's just the promotion's been a disaster, and the film itself looks like it's a disaster as well. Despite all the reshoots they apparently did, it's. I just hope this lawsuit works. Not only because I do think the creator should get, the families of the creator should be getting the money they should be, because they created it, but just because it will sabotage the film, and it will help, kill the film. And hopefully the next person who gets control of DC and Superman will actually, be true to the character and true to the spirit of the films. And there seems to be this horrible contrast in Hollywood to even make dark anti-hero superhero films where they come down to our level, and they're basically terrorists and murderers and maggots. Or it's like totally goofy, over-the-top, silly cartoon characters, because apparently being peaceful and having hope and doing the right thing and having morals, that's just for, infantilized, woke tards or something. So apparently we can't have, what we used to have. Apparently it's either one or the other. They're either dark and, anti-heroes, or they're just, a joke. Yes, I'd like someone to actually create superhero films and Superman films where he is actually a beacon of hope. There's actual moral issues. He's actually someone to aspire to and to give people encouragement and reminders, and of what we should be, and give children examples of what we should be, because that's how I learned a lot of my lessons through superheroes when I was a kid. That's modern mythology, but at the moment it's being just treated in two polar ways, neither of which work. So hopefully this lawsuit will go through. Hopefully it'll destroy the film and someone else will be handed the reins and they actually know what they're doing, and eventually we'll get good DC movies. But we'll see.